Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks Weekly Roundup Podcast, episode 90. I'm your host, Tommy, joined by John.
How is it going?
It's going. I had a busy weekend with a ton of family, but now I'm here to talk about some card games.
Card stuff, yay!
Which is super fun. And stick around for later, because we're going to be talking about Flesh and Blood and Bright Lights first, but stick around later for when Tommy found two boxes of his old trading card games that he collected as a kid. Which is super cool.
That's fun.
I didn't get a chance to go through them all yet, see what all was there. But there's a bunch of different games in there that I forgot about even existing.
Yeah, I love that.
So I'm super amped to go through that. Maybe I'll put through a video of my favorite. I'll put together a video of like showing off the favorite stuff in there once I go through it.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. But first, Bright Lights is around the corner.
It's coming soon.
We got some spoilers this past week to talk about, and we're getting some more this week.
Couple more, yeah. I think there's only a few more things left in the calendar that actually matter. Yeah. Now, I guess it's that we don't really know. I guess it could be a whole series of cards and we don't know.
No.
But they have like the first listing on the website. It has who was going to release it, and then it, as they came out, it showed question marks, and then it showed the name of the card, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for what's left, and I love the theme on this, like the flavor on this is fantastic. Like right now, classified files, Friday, 22nd September, access denied. Whoops, I'm sorry, valued new employee number 5245, but you do not have clearance to access these files. Please return to the marked boundaries. I'm like, yes, I love that.
That's so good.
Yeah, so I'm curious if this is just going to be a single card or if it's going to be similar to what we already have, and it's going to be, like 5 cards, 10 cards, whatever, because they did multiple days of multiple cards for the last set, but that doesn't mean they're going to do it this time, right?
No.
But the box break is listed now. I don't know if it was before. I can't remember. But either way, so we have the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. That's the next set of previews. So that would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday coming up. And then I'm assuming the box breaks will be Monday. That's what they did in D2D.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will be 2 weeks out from release day.
Hey.
Pre-release or whatever. Or pre-release is that this weekend?
No, it's the 30th.
Next weekend. 30th, yeah.
It's when we were going to go do that other thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then, after the box breaks, you get your pre-release weekend, and then the following Friday is actual official release. So That's awesome.
Yes.
So it's all happening. It's happening. It's happening right now.
It's all very
Let's talk
exciting.
About some cards. It is.
The first one, and of course, we are professional players. We are very good at this game. So take all of our hot takes as gospel.
Super, super important.
If we don't think a card is good, it will be good.
Yeah, exactly.
If we think a card is good,
terrible, or we don't get it,
it's going to be terrible.
Yeah, we are real pros. We're good. We run the numbers on these cards.
Yeah, crunch them.
Run the numbers
against every possible deck variant.
That's how we do.
So, starting with Wax Off, we got a Ninja Majestic. It's a defense reaction that blocks 2.
Mm-hmm.
Costs 0 and is blue. Key things for Ninja, it's blue and costs 0.
Yeah.
That's good.
It is good. The Wax On variant is, just so you know, while Wax On is defending an attack action card with cost 0, it has +2. And it's a 1, 2, or 3, depending on the color. So that's in rainbow. So if you've played a Wax On and you're playing a Wax Off, you create a Zen State token. Do you remember what Zen State does?
Yeah, of course I do.
I don't. So I pulled it up. Zen State enters the arena with 1 balance counter on it. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy Zen State unless you remove a balance counter from it. So basically, next turn it goes away.
Yeah.
That's a very complex way of just getting rid of it the next turn. Anyways.
You can stack them, though.
That's true, yeah. Whenever your hero would be dealt damage, prevent 1 damage that source would deal. So it's just a prism shield.
But it doesn't go away on the first hit. It's for the whole turn,
that's
right?
true. Yeah, it's the whole turn. It's a timer version. Okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah,
but it also, I guess it doesn't stack because then you would just have 2 Zen State tokens.
Yeah, and it would still only prevent the first one.
Right, but then it
Yeah,
sets up a future path where we could have a ninja that gains balance counters on things.
just keep it alive. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. That's true. Maybe
Cool,
that
interesting
one
path
ninja
for
that.
a turtle ninja down the road.
Yeah, and I do like the combo wax on, wax off, like multi-blocking gives you additional blocks. So this is super path for basically defensive efficiency. I think we talked about this with the Briar deck, right?
Mhm.
How she had a way to be a more efficient defender than people realized until it was kind of too late. I mean, I guess everyone knew about it, but no one like explored it as a deck for the meta until very in there. This is definitely something Ninja can do.
Yeah.
And this definitely opens it up more so than it was before. So
I mean, they have one of the best defense reactions in the game. But it's a class specific flick flock.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, they do. So curious how much Ninja gets pumped with this in the Tigers.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
And next up, we get some Ranger love, specifically Riptide with Intoxicating Shot, another 0-cost blue. Go arrow attack for 4, blocks 3. When this hits a hero, they create a Courage and Quicken token.
Which I thought was terrible. I'm like, that's weird.
Sounds terrible. Enables and then, traps.
Then someone was like, traps, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, because it's forced.
The majority of his deck.
Yeah.
And now, not only is their attack or weapon attack +1, so then buffed to trigger certain cards, they also have Go Again.
Yep. And that's a good chunk of the traps.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting play. It's like
too. Block this, or you're gonna have a real bad next turn.
Yeah, 2 damage plus card stripped or whatever, depending on which one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yep.
And
they get to reload off that. Yeah, that is really fun.
Yeah,
that's really fun.
Next up, we get some Warrior love, which I am super excited because it is generic Warrior. Emboldened Blade, another blue, 0-cost, block 3. Turn a face-down card in any arsenal face up. If it's a defense reaction, destroy it. And your next weapon attack this turn gets +1. Go again. Now, being the Warrior Master that I am, I think this card is mid.
Oh, really?
No, it's actually pretty good.
I thought
about it. It's good.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have a place for it in my deck, though.
Because it's blue?
No, because it's the way my deck works is I need a ton of Go Again. And so I use some blue spots for Go Again, like hit and run and stuff. This is a second cycle. Like first cycle, this is a pitch or a block 3. You're not even looking at this as a card beyond that until cycle 2.
Sure.
And then, so very similarly, what I play in my deck is Burdens of the Past. Now, those that don't know, it's also a 0-cost blue that blocks 3. So same thing first cycle. But this, until end of turn, target hero can't play defense reactions with the same name as a card in their graveyard.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So they probably, playing against Dory, have played at least one Sync Bullet or one.
And that basically breaks you through any defense reaction in game.
Anyways.
Yeah, totally.
And then, so it can't be played that turn. It doesn't get destroyed in their arsenal like the previous one, and it doesn't give us the +1. And then the second part of this card never happens because most people don't play 10 defense reactions in their deck. But if there are 10 or more defense reactions in their graveyard, draw a card. So that's just a little cherry on top if it ever happens to happen.
Yeah. Here's a question.
Yes.
Is this not for you?
It could be. It's probably more for Bolton.
Right? Because it gives him his +1?
The +1, yeah.
Right? That seems pretty good
for Bolton. It's easier to fit into Bolton than Dory, For sure.
Although it's blue and Bolton hates blue. I don't know if that's true. He probably likes blue. There's so many yellow references in the newer Bolton cards.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like a Prism where you go full yellow.
You just full yellow. Yeah. Okay. So then this might be a good Bolton add-on.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I will try it. I'm going to be picking up a rainbow playset because it's a Warrior Majestic.
It's not going to be a rainbow. It's just going to be blue.
What?
It's a Majestic.
Yeah, there will be a rainbow variant.
Oh, you mean like a rainbow foil? I thought you meant like red, yellow.
No,
I was like, that doesn't exist.
No. Gotcha. The rainbow foil.
Foil playset. Gotcha. Yeah. What about this art here? Is that an elf, a vampire, or a demon?
I'm leaning demon.
All right. This is a vote for the comments. Someone vote Emboldened Blade. What is Dory murdering with a light sword? Because it's got sharp pointy ears and sharp teeth. I like the idea of it being a vampire, but we haven't seen vampires. But we also haven't seen elves. We've seen lots of different types of
vampire demon.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
They're non-exclusive.
Yeah, or like an elf vampire, right? Like an elf that got turned into a vampire. We haven't seen elves yet, but they're typically mysterious critters that hide. So
sure.
I don't know.
The purple makes me lean demon.
Yeah, I mean, and plus with the story, right? Yeah. With the attack on Solana and all that seems to be the Demonastery.
And a lot of these Majestics seem like they could have been in Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. We were talking about that last time.
In the Discord.
Oh, did we not talk about that in this? I thought, we should talk about that.
Yeah. And I mean, so the idea is I think this might be, I might try and fit it in my sideboard, like 2 copies of it, and play it situationally, because there are some decks, like, it would be really helpful against Kano, right? Because then you can flip over and call their bluff on, even if it's not a defense reaction, because they do arsenal a lot of defense reactions.
Yeah. True.
And then if they're bluffing, then they're really screwed, because then they have something stuck in arsenal. And you can just kind of predict their game plan a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But
pretty cool.
Yeah. Next up is a scary card that brings back some old Viz trauma.
Trauma. Okay.
Sonata Phantasmia. Phantasmia?
I think that's right. Sounds good.
Visceri specialization costs XX, blue, and blocks 3.
I have a very important question for you.
You gonna let me finish reading the card, or you want to ask the question now?
All right. Go ahead.
Create X rune chance. So you pitch XX, whatever X was, you create that many rune chance. If X is greater than, or is 6 or greater, target hero discards 3 random cards.
Yeah, that seems really hard.
What was the question?
Is Visceri the hero with the most specializations?
Dory might give him a run for his money.
Because isn't the Arcanite Shard a specialization too?
Yes.
So he's at least the only Fable owning. Right?
Yeah.
No. Well, no, the other one's just Guardian, right? It was a Guardian card, not a specialization. Yeah. No.
Correct.
Yeah, so
he has 5.
That's a lot. How many does Dory have?
4.
All right.
Or 1 short.
The winner.
Yep.
So, is there a way in which you can create
pitch 12?
6? Yeah.
Yes, there is. You throw it in Arsenal.
It's technically possible.
You throw it in Arsenal, and then you run an all blue deck.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. I mean, there's some things wrong with that. It'd be a very, but you can play 3 of these, John.
Well, yeah, and like on the other side of it, if you're building a OTK version, right, you're gonna use epots and things like that to give yourself resources for big plays like this. So you'll you'll be set up for that. I just don't know because you usually have to play pretty heavy on the defense side to make it work, right?
And become the Arcanite's blue, Arcanite Shards blue.
Yeah.
So you
there's
pitch
quite a
that,
few.
and then you're creating 7.
Yeah, it's wild.
That seems pretty good. And then because if you pull that off, your opponent doesn't have a next turn, so you're just getting +7 or +6 most of the time.
And then they discard 3 cards.
Yeah. Because what are they going to do with one card?
It's coming in, and they have nothing to block with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an evil card.
Well, no, they would draw. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be, if it's 6, they just discard the cards, and then you process the effect.
But you would have to give this go again.
Oh, true. They would just be charged up.
This does not have go again. You would be charged up for the next turn, and then they would have.
That's when you use your boots. That's when you use your boots. Right? Isn't that the whole thing? The boots always you always have go again as a rune blade.
That's true.
Optionally.
That's true. Yeah, I think people are gonna be able to figure this one out.
I think.
Yeah. The Viz community is hard at work, I'm sure. Because this is the kind of card that attracted me to Viz back when I tried to play him ProQuest season number something. I don't know. A while ago. But I don't know. Seems good.
I like setup in OTK.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I'll play it, but I like it.
Yep. And then Wizard was told, you get to play an ultimate pit fight with Contest the Minefield. Cost 2. All heroes get -1 intellect. You become everyone's best friend. At the start of your turn, destroy this. It blocks 2. It blocks 2.
You're going to be anyone's friends if you play this.
Imagine someone's playing Data Doll, they just draw 2 cards.
It's so messed up. I like the art. It's really cool art.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm excited to see this in Rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is cool art.
Last but not least.
Well, technically, we had.
Was there something I missed?
Some of the Bard equipment.
Oh, okay. We can talk about that. It's very brief.
Yeah.
All the same thing.
Nom de Plume, Heartthrob, Fiddle-Dee, and Quickstep. I can't read it from here.
Destroy each hero, draws a card, destroy each hero, gains something or another. Like they are the tokens, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
The tokens, and then draw a card. The hat is draw a card. I'm not sure which is which, but we did see them.
Yeah. So we're going to get cold foils of these, and of Melody, and the weapon, Jinglewood Smash Hit, in the social play kit, which I think is super cool. They're doing.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun that they're pushing out more like weird play style.
Right. But next up, we got Dash Database. We got a new young hero.
Probably the most hype thing out of all these, but I guess
for sure
might be biased. I don't know.
Intellect 4, health 18. Get scared. It's a lower health than normal. You may look at the top card of your deck at any time. Once per turn, you may play a Mechanologist item with cost 0 or 1 from the top of your deck, as though it were an instant. It costs an additional resource to play.
Yeah, it's sick.
Now, it does block you from the 2 cost items.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's not that big of a deal. There's lots of options in the 0 and 1 cost that are gross. And you're basically doing this on your opponent's turn and your turn. So setup dash just became possible.
Yeah.
Because it's fast enough now, theoretically. You do still have to play around the limitations, but
yeah,
seems pretty good. But she does have lower health, so that's probably
only
pretty
2,
well balanced.
Though.
Yeah, it's not terribly lower.
No.
I wonder what.
Do we get an adult version? I don't think we do.
I would assume so because of the way the crack shuffle play thing works.
Wouldn't that also just be young hero? Is crack shuffle play 40 health? Is that adult?
No, it is an adult, but I just assume that would work that way. Maybe you're right. Maybe the adults are in the special slot, so they can just be pulled out, right? I suppose that's how that would have to work. And like Teklevasen, the adult, is a majestic, so they might put him in the special slot so he's pulled out. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's probably, yeah, you're right. Then not necessarily. Yeah, she may just stay as a
I think
Blitz
it's just
hero.
going to be young.
Yeah, that changes everything then. I'm not sure if setup works in Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz is real fast, especially with the new format.
And that's not really that good then. I mean, we'll have to see.
We'll
As
see.
an adult, it might be good, but otherwise,
I mean, Dash is getting some. Mechanologist is getting some cards.
Yeah, all this is prejudgment without seeing this set, which is probably going to have a ton of new and interesting ways to think about.
Really,
Dash,
all she needs is just more hand disruption, and she's going to be nuts. Like the impact Pulse Wave Harpoon had, because that was the first time she actually got hand disruption. And give her more of that, and you're off to the races with Dash, I think. I think she gets LL soon at that point. If she gets more hand disruption this set.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see it. She's
seasons.
Not far off.
Yeah. But I still think that one of the legendary slots is going to be the Teklo Heart, Foundry Heart. That's still one of my calls for this set.
So they just reprint it. Anything special about it?
Ooh, what if it's the Fable?
Or like a new art treatment Fable version, something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I like that idea. They haven't really done it much yet, except Command and Conquer. But
I think the smarter idea, though, would just be a non-foil.
Just a regular, boring Teklo Heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that'll definitely be accessibility, which is, definitely a high priority for them.
Which seems like this set is trying to draw in players.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's fair. Yeah, that would be the move.
Mm-hmm. Like for this set, I think that's the move. But I don't know. I'm super excited. Enjoying this.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with it. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the crack shuffle play. It will probably be my favorite and only format for a little while, at least.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that this weekend. Random flesh and blood thoughts of just are there too many formats for armories?
For armories, probably not, because I think there's only a handful that are allowed. I don't think everything is. Like, weren't we talking about that? The UPF isn't actually an armory event yet.
Right. But so the discussion being being able to, because at our local store, we've changed up formats, tried to bring in new players, but nothing's really like brought in a bunch of new players. And the new players that do come in, surprisingly, just want to play CC. Well, no. One recent new player that is a 10-year Magic veteran is the one who wants to just play CC. Well, that's one. But the other ones were always voting for draft and blitz, and then no one showed up to the night. They were against draft. They showed up for blitz, and I think blitz is the right answer, and they were okay with blitz, but they wanted to work their way up to CC quickly. All right. I mean, they were talking about draft at the last thing I went to, all the new players. So okay. But it's been a while, so maybe they changed their mind, got bored of it. It happens. It does get stale. We know that. Yeah. Yeah, and if you come in the middle of a draft format, then you're way at our shop. Yeah. But I don't know. I just thought it was something that, because I saw something online about James White being interviewed about a potential new format, and I was just like, is there room for another one? Like, yeah. Well, I think we talked about this before. They have to, or no, I think we talked a little bit about it, and then I sent you messages on it after the last podcast. Yeah. So the ultimate idea is that
much like old school Magic formats, which are dead. There are multiple of them, by the way,
Yeah.
for those who don't know Magic's history. They are going through their, storming and forming phase on formats. And so they're going to come up with a ton of different ones, and most of them will be dead. And what this does is it allows one, experimentation, which is healthy for the game, allows for exploring the edges and how the systems work and all that. Two, it allows people to kind of settle where they like, so that you have lots of options. You can choose which thing you like, you can build into it, and then eventually it will end up being, popular. One of them will be popular, and that's where it will mostly land. Some things will die off, other things won't, and sometimes it'll be regional, because you definitely have that with Magic.
Absolutely regional. Yeah, and I guess maybe that's the key to the problem. Is a lot of major cities have lots of shops that run armories, so you can kind of pick and choose which formats you want to do, and when those align with those shops, you go to do those formats.
Mm-hmm.
But when, like our city in Philly, there's not that many. There's a couple shops that are just about to start, so maybe a year from now things are different.
Yeah, I was going to say we have 3 official armory in city and 2 just outside.
Yeah,
so we have 5 that are all within 30 minutes of the city.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
No,
not bad.
No, some of them I think overlap on nights, though.
That is a problem. I'll be honest. I've been to 2 out of the 5. No, that's not true. 3 out of the 5.
Yeah.
So, and only 1 consistently at all, even vaguely.
Yeah, but I mean, you find your home store, and that's where your
yeah. So, I don't know. I hope that we get through this phase, because I agree. There's too many things. I don't really care about it. I want to do casual. I know most of the people want to do hardcore. So they should just do hardcore to keep people in the store, because casuals are, by definition, casual.
Yes.
They're not going to be there every week. So do the thing that keeps the most engaged players, the most, I guess the ones that spend the most in the store, that's
absolutely
what you need to keep there.
Yeah.
So, and then eventually this settles out and it falls into a format change and a format war and a format thing more like, modern versus, I don't know. I don't know Magic versions well enough, or formats well enough to actually do a comparison, but
sure.
I guess versus Commander, because I know a lot of people like Modern in their store and a lot of people like Commander in their store for their night.
Yes.
So, I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to play Crack Shuffle Play because it's easy and fast, and I like easy and fast.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be.
I ain't got time to be out till midnight trying to finish my games.
Yeah, no, I'm at the same place, and I am definitely transitioning to a more casual position with Fab. Not out of any falling out with the game. I still love the game just as much. It's just scheduling and time that I can allot to it. Yeah.
Yeah. This I think I said this last fall, but it's even more so this fall. My schedule is now fully pre-COVID. It's
yeah.
I've had 3 weeks in the past 4, I think, where it's every single night was booked.
Yeah.
Every single night had something going on, usually for work, but not always.
Yeah.
So yeah, being able to eke out a few hours to play Fab is just not something that's happening. Yeah. So I like the idea of tossing a few, when we were at the DD, was it pre-release for D2D? I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or no, it was a free play day. And
oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Gary's just hey, I have this new weird format. It was right before this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was all
right.
Yeah, it was so fun. And it was it's a lot like Crack Shuffle Play, very similar sort of concept, very quick, very easy, very goofy. And I had a blast, and it took no time at all. It was that's what I like. We just sit, we pull a few packs, we buy a few packs from the store, support the store, right?
Yeah.
Sit down and just play real quick. It's easy. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait till midnight to find out if I get a bonus card or not,
right,
or whatever. Which I'm just I never want to hang around, but I also don't want to not take the prize if there's a prize.
Sure.
anyways, that's my thoughts on that.
Cool. Well, I've opened this box here.
Yes, what do you got? You
So-
may need to move the mic closer. Yeah, there you
Yeah, there's a game that I fell in love with a very long time ago called Pirates at Ocean's Edge. That's what I believe it was called. That's what it says here. I don't know if there was expansions. I was a kid. All I knew was I could open up a pack of trading card game and build ships
go. I see it.
and play a
This
tabletop
is-
game.
This looks...
Each pack contained a game. Were they balanced? No, because one was rare and one was not. But sometimes they were both not rare, and then it was fair. But it was a dice game, but like the entire pack came with a game that you could play, which I thought was super cool.
That does sound fun. I like that.
So it's like kind of like X-Wing. It played is how it plays.
There's like little ships and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you,
fun.
cut-
When you said build ships, I'm imagining like building a deck that's a ship, but
No.
you're talking like little physical ships that move around on
yes,
the board.
that you punch out of the card.
I get it. I see. Yeah, I'm skimming through an Amazon listing and I just saw the little boat. I was like, oh, you mean like for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
I even
They
kept
got
like a
little
little
sea
checklist
monsters?
thing here. There were sea monsters, and you can have your fleet of either pirate, England, Spain, France, America, or cursed. It was super
course.
fun.
They naturally skinned it to Pirates of the Caribbean.
It was around that time,
Yeah,
and I was super into pirates, so
he says.
I was at the time and still am.
And still am. Yeah, fair enough.
But I don't know. I just thought it was super cool, and you could have different crews, and then you were fighting over doubloons, and
Yeah,
I
it
don't
sounds
know.
fun.
It was neat. So I have a bunch of these ships now, so I may try and remember how to play.
I mean, there's
Might be
definitely stuff
interesting.
online for it, so we can.
So out of the things in this box, that's probably the thing that I would play out of this box.
What else do you have?
We
That sounded
have-
ominous.
The Harry Potter trading card game. That existed. I remember playing this, and it was okay. Wizards made it.
Oh,
It was with
I
Warner
didn't know
Brothers
that.
and Wizards. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I was dueling out on the playground.
Are your cards all scratched up, or did you use sleeves?
No, these are not sleeved. But some of them actually look pretty decent. So
That's good.
not all of them were played with. Then
You
there's
can have my one Yu-Gi-Oh card I own, and I own it by accident. Someone sent me the wrong
I
thing
did.
in the order.
I did find one that I sleeved, and it's a first edition Flame Swordsman, which was one of my favorite. But it's sleeved, but a corner is just completely white, and another one's creased.
It's good. It's a good time to sleeve it. Is after all
Yeah.
the damage.
Oh, there's so much damage to this card. Maybe I was like, oh, it's damaged. I better put it in a sleeve so it doesn't get more damaged. And then the original Digimon card game.
Is that-
Chimeramon.
Interesting at all? Like, is that?
I don't
worth
remember. I don't know
anything?
if I played that one.
Yeah,
I think I did. I
don't
think
know
I remember
anything
it
about
being
Digimon.
similar to Pokemon. But I mean, it's first edition. It's from '99.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
these say first editions.
old school.
And then the old school Dragon Ball Z game from 2000, licensed by Funimation, made by a company called Score, I guess. Then I also got into these like collecting cards that were like, sometimes they were stickers, sometimes they were just like art cards.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like baseball cards.
Yeah,
You
there's
just
baseball
collect
cards
them.
in here too.
Yeah.
And then there's different kinds of Pokemon cards. Like there were these, as a kid, Pokemon Battle Stadium, which was like, it wasn't the normal Pokemon card game, but it was like you would buy random opening things, I believe, and then
you would battle them, but then they would have stats and stuff, and you would have to keep track of things. What is this?
You're like, what the hell?
Game right? There was something in a plastic sleeve. I was like, oh, that's probably in good condition, but I have no idea what it is. There's a cow on it with a bow.
Love it.
No idea what that is. But yeah, a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh, bunch of Pokemon. And there's Pokemon from generations that I didn't think I collected cards from. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, 2010. I didn't remember picking up cards in 2010. But I guess I did. Because that was the year I went to college.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was pretty late.
Yeah, but I have a Groudon from 2011.
You think someone just like gave it to you or something, like a gift?
Maybe. Because some of these are also 2009. Like, I may have picked these up. Because I was still like playing the games and stuff. But yeah, and I had some Japanese cards too. My aunt would go to Japan and get us Japanese, and so they say Pocket Monsters on the back. Pocket Monsters card game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this 1999 Digimon animated series, is that what this is? Is that what it's based on? Is it animated series? Okay. I was trying to figure out what you're looking at here.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of unlimited Pokemon, some first edition, second edition, Fossil. Yeah, there's some stuff in here. So this will be fun to go through.
Do you have
Team
a
Rocket.
Saber Lemon foil?
Saber Lemon?
Yeah.
What is a Saber Lemon?
Oh, Leomon. Sorry, there's an E in there. I was like, yeah, it's a cat with saber-tooth tiger teeth.
Oh, a Digimon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to look through.
Yeah, because that's worth $175 in foil.
Holy moly!
This is pretty mint condition too, so probably not for your collection. But hey,
my favorite set was the Team Rocket set, and I've been tempted to go back and like pick up some of them, but I'm waiting for. I don't know. Whenever I look at it, I'm just like, I can't spend that on that.
Yeah, I mean, so I will tell you, as far as it goes, markets are approaching that time when buying is a good time to do it.
Oh, I know. And that's kind of why I'm keeping... There are a couple that I am keeping my eye on it.
But it's certainly not something you have to rush to.
No, exactly.
You have at least a year, if not more, before anything turns around. So, and the longer you wait, the more likely the better deal you'll get.
Yeah. And the original Lord of the Rings trading card game, which I am super excited to get back into.
Yeah, who did that one?
Decipher?
No, I've never heard of them.
It says copyright NLP, copyright TE, copyright 2001 Decipher. The Lord of the Rings trading card game. Rock Ranger. It used a lot of pictures just from the show.
I gotta buy more Flesh and Blood collections.
And then there's some really old Pittsburgh Pirates cards that my dad gave me from his collection.
That's fun.
Which is cool. And then more modern cards from when I collected as a kid for the Pirates that I saw growing up. I had like binder things. I put all my dwarves together. Cleaving below, just Gimli laying an axe into an orc. Bunch of Gondor stuff. Got Aragorn. King in Exile. Faramir, son of Denethor. Man, I broke these all up. I was so good at organizing. These 3 sets of sleeves, and then everything else is a mess.
I was just thinking about it. I was like, okay, so you were OCD back then too. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
It appears only about the Lord of the Rings, though.
Again, no
I didn't
surprise.
care about
just Tommy
anything
things.
else.
Hashtag
Nothing
just
has
Tommy
changed
things.
in like
Yeah.
20 years. Yeah, it's only literally my dad's pirate cards and the Lord of the Rings cards are what's in Ultra Pro sleeves. Whip of Many Thongs with the Belrog. I got the Belrog. Looks like I got multiple copies.
Is there anything going to go on your shelf?
Ooh, there's
anything
a foil.
Feels good.
Not that maybe the Aragorn or the Belrog, Durin's Bane. I'm gonna go through it, but there's definitely some stuff in here that I'm gonna be putting on the shelf because there's certain Yu-Gi-Oh cards too. Like I was kind of aging like my middle school group when I was in trading cards. Like I collected a bunch of Pokemon, and my brother and I would play, but we had a couple friends that we would get together with and trade and play, but they didn't really know how to play and weren't really interested in learning how to play, so they would amuse us with it. So, and then it was like 5th or 6th grade, and my friend group was just like, we're over Pokemon. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's time to duel. And so I was like, okay, I'll get into Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I would just win, and then we stopped playing. But I wonder if my Exodia cards are in here, because I had like multiple sets. This will be really fun and interesting to dive through. I'm excited. I know what I'm doing tonight.
That's fun.
Possibly most of this week. But.
So, just something to talk about the markets, because bringing that up made me, of course, click through and look at some things. Interestingly, on TCG Player, they're trying to market things a little bit differently. It looks like.
Aha.
They have. Well, yeah, that's on there too. Although it's not front and center. Scarlet 151 is.
Well, that's they rotate that.
And One Piece is. Yeah, Lorcana is up there. But on the sides, Wilds of Eldraine, buy a peasant set. So it's a full set of commons, uncommons, normals, normal prints, no basics, which I assume means no basic lands. For $14, you can buy 191 cards out of the set. And that gets you all the base
full
stuff.
Play sets too?
Yeah, and the full play set is only 282, which is like super not expensive compared to the booster boxes.
That's like 3 booster boxes. And that includes Rare and Majestics?
It's everything. Normal prints. No fancy schmancy super prints, obviously. And I don't think any foils.
Maybe
either.
That's a little expensive then, honestly. For a standard set?
Yeah, I mean, how many cards are in here?
In Eldraine, how many cards are above?
276 cards.
How many cards, normal versions, are above $3?
1, 2. I mean, this is literally just the listing of the cards. So it's exactly what market is for these cards.
Sure.
So, yeah. 30. Only a handful. That's why you get a lot of cards. Yeah. Call it 8 to 10 with one at $33, one at like 15 or 18. Oh, there's a $42 one. Yeah. So like 2 that are in that like high range, two in the high range, maybe 3 in that middle 20 kind of range, and then a handful of over 3s, over 2 sort of range.
Gotcha.
So crazy that they're selling them like sets though, because I imagine they have lots of singles.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised to see the same thing happen with Pokemon, because it's going to be that time where singles are dirt freaking cheap.
Yes, but most people don't do that with Pokemon.
What, buy sets?
Yeah.
I don't think people buy sets with Magic either.
Yeah.
They haven't done that in a long time, from what I understand. I'm not a pro. I haven't been in the game a long time, but my understanding is once they came out with all the variants, everyone kind of stopped doing that because it's too hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember when we first got back into Magic, I tried doing it. I lasted a couple of sets, and then I was like, nah, done.
I always thought it was insane, but yeah, you did.
Well, the problem was, and I
It's
probably
too many fucking variants.
Yes.
That's the biggest problem. It's
Yeah,
so many
and
versions.
Ultra Pro never makes enough of the binders. So if you don't like get in the window of when the binder's available, which sometimes they sell out in pre-order, then you have to hope you can find it at a local game store, which good luck. None of the ones around us carry them really.
What do you mean? I'm not sure.
Sometimes find them at Top Deck. What the specific? Because I was like getting Ultra Pro makes theme binders for the different sets of Magic with the art. Like I have a Throne of Eldraine binder.
Oh, I don't think I ever.
I have a
realized that was
Kaldheim binder.
Gotcha.
Like of all those sets, I have the binders for them. And then, but they didn't have enough slots for the whole set.
That's annoying.
So, like for Strixhaven with the Magical Archives, I had to buy 2.
Yeah.
So I have 2 Strixhaven binders.
It's like a thing about variants that we're talking about here.
Yeah. Oh no, exactly. I was referring back to it.
Yeah. Crazy. How is Lorcana doing? Oh my god. All right. Well, booster boxes are around 400, a little bit less.
Yeah, I believe it.
They
They've
are
settled there
coming-
for a little bit now, I guess.
Yeah, they're coming down from their peak, that's for sure. Yeah. We'll see.
Ooh, that's pretty.
What's that?
A Raichu.
Oh, you found the right.
He was one of my favorite.
Well, you should make a video about this. Go through
Oh,
it.
absolutely will.
Talk
Absolutely
through
will.
your memories and such,
Yeah.
because I'd love to listen in and watch what stuff is Tommy's like core memories.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely we'll be able to pull something out of this. For sure.
All right.
Bunch of
Well,
random baseball cards too.
yeah, I think I still have like basketball and baseball cards somewhere. I found them once not too long ago, and I think they're in the basement right now, so they're probably ruined, but
Yeah.
I think they were probably in bad shape in the get-go.
There's a Tech Deck card. Do you remember Tech Decks?
No.
I cut this out. There's like a whole bio on the different Tech Deck dudes. They're like little those finger skateboards.
Oh. Yes, I do remember those. I just didn't know that was what they were called.
I'll include that in the memory, or I'll try to remember.
Yeah,
a couple of them. I have a couple of them.
Do some tricks. Do you get the skateboard? Do you have it or no?
It's not in here.
Oh.
I was smart enough not to put that in with the Metal Digimon card. That's pretty cool.
It's wild. All right, now we're just rambling.
These. Mega Kabutotrion.
It's time to wrap it up, Tommy.
All right. Well, on that note, look forward to when I eventually put some logic to this complete mess.
Don't just go through the mess. It would be more fun that way.
Oh no, John.
I know you can't. I know that's what will make it fun is watching you like try not to have like a complete spasm over it.
Well, yeah, no, I'm gonna go through it tonight. Julian and I are gonna go through these and sort them out into different things, and then
ruin it, make it boring content, way more fun.
It's not gonna be boring because I have to think about these things.
It's off the cuff. That's what's great. You can be like, oh, that memory.
But it's gonna be a lot of boring stuff then. It's gonna be a lot of meh.
That's where you go faster, cut things, I guess. But yeah, do you
edit videos, John?
I mean, for big stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fair. I probably could, or I could just recreate it. We'll see. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. But until next week on episode 91, we'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one.